Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti at the Darren Weir stable. How many winners did he train this year, Pete?
490.
490.
Fair effort.
I saw something on Twitter I thought was quite funny. Small trainer said I finished 463 behind Weir. I actually improved by 4 on the year before.
Yeah, I did say a couple of different. Someone was 486 behind him, so they had 4 winners for the year. And
well, we had 44, Pete.
Yeah, and I think 27 trained by Weary.
27, so he wouldn't have got 490 without us.
No, we've helped again. We've helped again.
He would have got 460 something.
Yeah, and we pleasingly again, 17 of our winners are in the city. Or
yes.
City type races. So
and July was a good month.
July was good. I think June and July.
How many?
Oh no, June was better than July, wasn't it? I don't know how many July.
Minister for Economics and Finance?
I didn't. I didn't study July too deep.
I think we had about 8.
Yeah, well, I reckon we've had probably 14 in the last 10 weeks, which is pretty good rolling.
Now, you've had 3 weeks off. How was it?
3 weeks off my head. I don't know about 3 weeks off.
3 weeks off from me.
Now, someone had 3 weeks off, and it definitely wasn't me.
Yes, I've been overseas, Pete.
Yeah.
A bit of research and
Find
a bit of work. Oh, I found a couple.
I did notice there was a couple of emails come back to do a bit of research on some breeds.
No, it was good over there. Went to the Newmarket races, the July Cup. Never been to the Newmarket races before. It was, outstanding. We're in a marquee with Godolphin.
Oh, righto.
Yeah, we're living the high life.
Rubbing shoulders.
Yeah, basically spent the afternoon with everyone from Victoria.
So they're all overseas.
Jenny McAlpine, who does a bit of work for Tattersalls. Greg Miles and his wife, the retired race guy, had a lovely afternoon with them.
Yep.
Lovely, wonderful people. Greg loves his racing.
Oh, absolutely.
And got him onto the gin.
Oh,
so he's moving on to the gin now.
Jeez.
And a lot of boys from RVL were there.
3 weeks.
Doing their Melbourne Cup tour.
Righto.
So I told them to sit down and shut up. Don't invite anyone else. It's too hard to win now.
Yeah, exactly.
But they wouldn't listen.
No, they're out trying to bring as many as they can across, and there's some nice horses, with good form that may end up out here, but
we'll see. But no, we had a good tour over there and a little break on the way home in Italy.
Yeah.
And here we are in the glorious sunshine of Ballarat. And I don't know what you blokes have been complaining that the weather's been no good for the last 3 weeks for.
The wind just disappeared when you got home, I think, Darren, because we were blown from one end of the Victoria to the other there at one stage.
I can tell you, I'm still pretty jet lagged, so
detox
bear
time.
with me.
Detox time.
I'm a bit concerned because I've got to do a live interview with Shane Anderson on racing.com after the last. And I'm not sure the brain's working.
Topic about the jockeys.
As he said, I've got a good head for radio, so don't come into the studio.
Right,
gets Wayne in. Hawk's in there. That's a bit of an insult, isn't it?
He gets a regular gig, though.
But my head's not good enough to go on.
Right,
the Hawk's
is this.
It's a worry?
Big worry. Big worry for you.
Well, my stage in life, Pete, we don't really care.
No, we don't. We'll just keep marching along.
Yep.
Bit of noise in the background here at Weary's.
There goes the horse poo truck.
Yeah, I wandered through the stripping sheds there. Everything's just meticulously laid out, ready to go. The bridle's all hanging, the towel's all there. It's just ready for action in the morning again.
Yeah, well, look at that feed calf go past. I don't want to be making all those feeds up.
There would be 100 buckets in there, Darren. So,
that's probably only section 8.
Yeah, well, there was trials this morning. There was 90 ran around, so they're all probably going to get fed. Anyway, the big wheel keeps going.
Congratulations to Weary on what he's achieved this year. He's had a wonderful year. 490 winners.
I think there was 30 group or listed or stakes wins. Yeah.
I see his horses won about 36 million in prize money, Pete.
You look at it around here.
I don't think we'll do that in our career.
I'm not sure where we ended up total-wise this year.
We'd be around the 2 or 3 million probably.
Yeah, well, 44 winners, 85 placings, 12% win strike and about 35 place. So we've had less runners this year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And that was a deliberate ploy.
Yeah, and we probably could have had less again.
Yes, well, some of the stats were quite interesting in our business. Let's talk about those 7 or 8 horses that we moved from one stable to another for various reasons. Relocated them to smaller trainers or different trainers, and overwhelming, it was a failure, Pete, because of those 7 or 8 horses, what were the stats? 40 odd runners?
I think there was 8 runners altogether, 6 from the Weir stable, 1 from Hayes and Matty Williams, 34 runs between them when they left.
How many races did they win?
None.
None.
No seconds.
2/3?
Three.
3/3.
One was a horse that went to Sydney. Was
So I think there's a bit of a lesson there, isn't there?
I think if a
When
trainer,
the trainer sacks them, we should sack them.
I think if they're saying we're struggling a bit with this horse, you just listen.
Yeah, and I think.
But we were just as probably interested in trying them in other places, but lesson learned.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good to analyse what happened during the year, and I don't think we'll be in the business of moving horses from one trainer to another going forward, because unless there's a different reason, like someone gets a holiday, or suspended,
that's legitimate.
But in terms of when I think our trainers, they're all good trainers, and when they say to you that the horse is going to struggle, we need to listen. And as much as the owners love the horse and might want to give it a go somewhere else, I think we've learned a big lesson this year.
No, absolutely.
So we move on from that. So Pete, had a good July while I was away, and now the last week or so you went to Mildura you had a big weekend. You went to Mildura Friday, Saturday, and then down to Pakenham Sunday.
Yeah, it was after a trip to Mortlake Trials and somewhere else, but
I'm glad I gave you Monday off and I went to Donald's.
I was keen to go.
I was struggling to stay awake, actually. I was really jet lagged. I think I had 8 coffees on the way home.
Nothing worse when you know your eyes are failing you.
Mate, I was struggling. But anyway, that's part of it,
so Mildura was good because I was able to wear a T-shirt for one of the days. It was 22 degrees.
Mate, it was too hot to wear a T-shirt in Italy. 35.
I did see your photos.
Jeez, it was hot.
But Mildura was good for one. We had 2 seconds on the Friday, which I touched on last week. But
so that was Artisano and Penthouse Playbook.
Both ran well. And then on the Saturday,
we had a winner.
For all the patient owners of Astrological, she got the job done at $1.30.
Well, Pete, was that a field of good horses?
I wouldn't be backing anything behind her. I mean, she's been honest and consistent right through this prep, but that was her.
That was her birthday, and that took her earnings ridiculously to 50,000.
She's unbelievable. She
won one race in Mildura in a field of 5.
I think 4 or 5 of her seconds has netted her almost 30,000 with the Vobis money. So
Vobis scheme, it's amazing.
No. So she got the job done
well. Well done to the owners. So she's a winner. She gets another go coming up, and that might be curtains. Yeah,
that's it. Unfortunately for Jared Lawrencini, who
he couldn't ride it, could he?
Couldn't ride it. Christine Poole's got the
.02
job. Yeah, they've got a.
So apparently you took him out the night before, did you?
He was in the same pub I was, but I was not drinking with him, and he didn't have a lot to drink anyway.
Well, 2 glasses and those little blokes.
Well, they don't eat.
No.
So the Constitution doesn't allow for the alcohol to get out of the system. But anyway.
Christine Poole's, was that her first winner for us?
Dean, and that's Dean Yendel's wife. Dean's probably run 100 winners for her. It was Christine's first winner for us, so she was wrapped. And she did a real good job.
So the 5% still goes in the same
same household, yeah. That day, later on that day, we had 2 runners that... Well, I'll go to Morphettville, because unfortunately one of our good horses for a fair bit of 3 or 4 years or 5 years was retired after failing at Morpheville, and that's Clairvaux.
Clairvaux, yep. Sent him over to Daniel Clarkin just to give him one roll of the dice.
Will
was it?
Will?
Yeah, I think you might be right. And on Matty Williams' advice, but unfortunately, his racing days are behind him, and we've done the right thing there and retired him. So he's been a great horse, Pete. You got his stats?
Geez, I don't know his stats. 30. This is a guess. 38 odd starts, 6 wins. 1 at Flemington. Would have won at the Carnival at Warrnambool.
His earnings would be over 200.
And he won at Sandown. And he would be, I reckon, about $250,000 in prize money.
Not bad for that horse. He gave a lot of owners a lot of good fun, didn't he?
Yeah, well, just when I was talking to Ken Andrews, actually, one of the part owners, as much as the city wins were big thrills winning at the Carnival. I think it was, I mean, it's like winning at a city meeting, the atmosphere. So, no, he's been a terrific horse. And
so he's gone to a nice home somewhere, Pete?
The girls at Matty Williams' were given first offer, but there was no one that probably could fit him in as much as some may have liked to. So there was a girl at Will's that is more than keen to take him on.
That's
so
good news.
Great home, forever home for him. Yep.
All right, who else ran?
Saturday we had Caulfield, so we've had Social Spin, who...
Even money favourite run last, Pete.
Spun his wheels and ran last. And
got his tongue over the bit, they said.
That seems to be the general consensus. And
he pulled up good, he escaped up
fine.
clean, so he's gone to the paddock for a break. He's done a good job.
Nice horse.
Yeah, will be a nice horse in the spring. 4
runs as a 2-year-old, and a couple of wins and a second at Morphettville.
I can tell you one thing. If someone had said to me that horse was going to be a 2-year-old city winner,
yeah, well,
I would have looked at him. But just shows you these horses can come from anywhere.
Yep. Captain Harry, a bit later on.
Should have won.
Plan nearly worked.
Should have won.
Where his plan of backing up 7 Day and
should have won, Pete.
He's ploughed home, and he flew home, held up.
Where was he on the corner last?
Oh, near enough back, and
couldn't get a clear run.
100 yards after the post, he's
had to come around that horse and
yeah.
charge the line, beaten in a photo for 3rd.
Yep.
I don't know what the margin was. The winner probably left him a length.
I think he was 2.5 from the winner, but I don't know that.
But he was going through each one.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, it's only a 100 grand race, Neville.
Neville's down here too. Yeah. There's a nice little 1800 benchmark 70 midweek.
Knocking on the door.
That'd be nice to get a win for the mum.
Yeah, we got the mum. So a city winner will always help, Pete.
I think the key element to that is we know that he's at that.
He's an honest horse, isn't he?
Saturday.
He's a real honest horse. I hope he stays down because he's so genuine honest.
Yep, 3-year-old for now a 4-year-old. Yeah.
Is that it?
So that covered Saturday. 3 runners, 4 runners. Yeah, so we covered them all. Sunday, safety dance.
Pete's struggling here. He forgot his notepad.
I left my notepad in the car. Thank God we didn't have 20 runners. Safety dance ran a terrific 3rd.
Was he unlucky?
Backing. Yes.
Pattern of the racing was out wide.
He lobbed at a beautiful spot. A couple of horses went early as they do it, packing them. He just got caught up in amongst them. Instead of being able to get to the outside, he had to go back in twice, actually.
Yeah. He actually darted through, looked the winner.
Yeah, actually, it was probably the best turn of foot we've seen from this horse.
Starting to show us what he's got.
Yeah, and he just...
You bagged the right?
No.
No.
I never.
Okay.
David Hayes was a little on it, but never said as much, but you could just tell that he wasn't. I think it was the way the race unfolded, folded more than Ben's ride, but look, beaten half a length.
Going to win soon, again?
Well, they look at it similar. The good thing about it, he likes the synthetic. All the opportunities appear to be coming there and packing him, so go back and get another win out of him. He's had a great prep, considering all the bad luck he had early.
Good thing beaten, I reckon.
Yep. And that was it for me. You returned home and then jumped on a plane to Donald.
Plane? Commodore.
Donald, we had Condover Hall.
I forgot how far Donald was, Pete.
Yeah, it's a little bit further just up the road.
3 hours and 40 minutes.
Jeez, a bit close. You gotta live in Ballarat.
Anyway, I got there as they were coming into the mounting yard.
Yep. Yeah, and got gave the instructions.
First thing I noticed, the horse looked 30 kilos lighter. And second thing I noticed was Darren Weir was on course. Third thing I noticed was 11s into 550.
That was a big notice by me, because I reckon I spoke to you on the way up and he was still around the 11s, and then you ran back and said, he's 550.
Well, Weary gave him a good chance, and he was pretty right. He only got beat at a length, and he was kicking himself that he gave the instructions to go right out wide, and he did, and he said that cost him the win. But the horse went super. Yep. Everyone in that horse would be stoked.
Absolutely.
And when he goes to 2000 next start at wherever he's going, Wangaratta.
He could even back up at Warwick and Beale next Tuesday too.
Wherever he goes, he'll be hard to beat.
Oh, absolutely. He was 3 and 4 wide the trip and just kept coming. So, good signs.
So that was it?
That was it for our runners.
And we got nothing.
Coming up, nothing for the rest of this weekday week.
Gives me a chance to get over the jet lag and do a few jobs, Pete.
Tiberian.
When's that?
I think it's Sunday, is
it? Our next run is Sunday night in France.
Deauville, France. 2,500 metre Group 3. I think it's the Group 3 race.
He won last year.
But
he can't win this year.
He's a little bit behind the 8 ball in terms of preparation.
He hasn't raced because he had a little issue and he's been doing slow work.
Yeah.
But he's been treated, and they're sort of saying top 4, but probably not hard enough to win this. If he does, it's a bonus, but they probably need the run.
Yep, 23 noms as we sit here now.
Quite interesting they've thrown an entry into the Arc, Pete. He'd be $1 million to 1.
Well, you grab the millions now. Got $1.
$1 million to 1 he'd have to be.
So, look, honest, I suppose we'd learn more Saturday night, Sunday night.
I think he's at the crossroads this prep. Sometimes after the Melbourne Cup prep, they don't come up the next prep. Plenty of them don't. But he had a little issue there. That's been treated. So I guess on Sunday night we'll have a good look at him. And if You know, if he runs top 4 and he's hitting the line strong, we'll show a little bit of turn of foot, we'll be happy.
Yep.
If he runs down the track and struggles, then yeah, we've got a real issue.
Have to reevaluate.
Exactly.
Righto, well, we go past there and we've got no acceptances as we stand here on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yep. So Monday, what happens?
Monday, we possibly
Turf?
yes, at Geelong. Yep. Serious deal. The little done deal with Matt Kamani. There's a 1,700 metre maiden.
Well, I caught up with Matt at Donald on Monday, and he's really happy with the horse.
Yep.
Giving him time between runs, waiting for the right race. Wasn't a lot of options.
No.
Would have liked a mile race, but he's going to go to Geelong over 1,700. Horse looks like it's crying out for that sort of distance.
It was good at Geelong last
and that stable's in form.
50 winners for the year.
He had 2 runners on the last day, and bang, got the 50.
Can you remember this time last year? We were 48. We had 2 runners on the one day, and we got first and second, or first and third at Geelong. Yeah. Same synthetic meeting.
Ah, righto.
I can't. My shiny choice.
You had your chance Friday at Mildura, and you got 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Penthouse Playboy, fair dinkum. Can't it win a race?
I nearly threw it across the line.
I'm going to go and get bloody blinkers, and I'm going to super glue him on his head because that's what he needs. Anyway, yeah, so Kamani's in good form. Horse will go there. It's going the paddock after this.
Yep.
But, I'd love to see it win at Geelong Monday.
Be great.
I'd love to see it win, Pete.
2 other runners are Star Plane and Revolution. They'll be in the same race if they both go around. Star Plane, well, he was good at the Syntho.
Mate, he'd be hard to beat.
If we just, I don't really want it real wet, but we just let him give
Johnny Allen
on? Should be back, actually. Yeah, he'll be back from Ireland.
Oh, he's been over there, has he?
Yeah, he went a little break in between the
jumps
major meetings.
Righto.
And Revolutionary, I feel, is a tune-up before a maiden noodle 3 days later.
Righto.
See what happens there. And that's it.
No more runners.
Tuesday, Warwick-Nabil. Fox Largo kicks off her prep.
First up.
Trialled okay this morning, although she probably didn't like the heavy 15 trial track we're on, but she's done...
Rain forecast Tuesday.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, it won't be heavy, it'll be
Darren Weir did say we don't want to run her on a heavy, but anything better than that's okay.
She's a beautiful looking mare, isn't she?
Oh, she's really furnished.
So this is Fox Largo.
Yep.
And her older brother was retired this week. Falago.
And...
Surely you know his stats.
7 wins, 520,000. 2 at Flemington, 1 at Caulfield, Yarra Valley Cup. 2 up when it was with Waller. I think he's had 5 wins here with Weary, and one of those was again at the Carnival when Brad Rawiller rode, so that covers him. And yeah, 520.
We're going to retire him this time last year.
He's won 150,000 since we thought we'd retire him. And
well, we thought he was 8, but he was only 7, so we said give him another year.
That's the reverse to the sacking him. Weary said no, I'll hang on to him, and proven well. 2 wins at Flemington.
So you should listen to trainers more often.
Should do, shouldn't we?
Stop potting them.
Pot these bloody jockeys. They're the ones that are potting now, eh?
Oh, yeah, there's a bit of drama going on now, Pete. Media ban. That means they won't talk to us.
And no. Well, they'll watch this. There's 1,000 people watch this. So we'll be bad. Falago, thanks to Kelly Mitchell down at Warrnambool.
Gee, we had a few people wanting that horse.
Who strapped him for, not so much this prep, but the previous one. And she's found a home for him. She, a girl that she's teaching to ride, lives next door, so he'll have a forever home and be well looked after.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big thing, isn't it? Finding homes for these horses. There's a lot of work, and thank God there's kids out there that still want horses.
Yeah, and it's been a big push from, well, I mean, the people in the industry, but RVL have really got behind it and made aware that, you know, these horses, they deserve a life after racing. And,
yeah, I agree.
And most, finding it in the equestrian field or maybe just pony club or wherever. So
it's good to see young kids still wanting horses.
Yep.
It's all been well for the future.
That's right. And the other runner there at Warwick-Nabil over 1,000 metres is Millinery.
Yes,
as we discussed.
She
might break the drought.
Well, mate, I'll tell you, she's sort of, we're getting to the end of our patience with her.
1,000 metres, Warwick-Nabil, a real leader's track.
She's our own worst enemy.
She can't win there. That's going to be very hard to win anywhere.
Exactly, and I think Daniel Bowman will be out of tricks.
Yep, he's nearly close now. So that covers them, and after that, there's going to be the rotation of horses, obviously.
All those ones that raced last week.
Yeah, we need a bit of rain for some of them, but see what happens.
Our special cheerio to Sam Jenkins.
Yep.
Samantha. up in Sydney who's not well. She's a shareholder in Crack the Code. How's Craig and Air?
Craig and Air. I was going to say.
I was jet lagged.
Yeah, you are.
Craig and Air, how's he going?
He's in the paddock. I don't know, what's he been? 3 of about 8. He's having a decent spell, isn't he?
Yeah, he's having a good spell.
Yep.
He's in good order. The biggest challenge with him is to stop him getting too heavy.
Yeah.
So we've got him out on what we call the hill paddock with a couple of mates.
Righto. Yep.
They have a bit of a gallop up and down there, Pete.
Helps keep the weight off. And
keeps them sort of, well, better than standing in the little paddock.
Yeah.
And just not overfeeding him, but he's in good order, Samantha. So I hope you're getting well.
Yep.
And one day, yeah, she might cross the border into Victoria.
We
Those Jenkins, they find it hard to travel, Pete.
Right. Just on there, phone call not 2 minutes after Condover Hall was Lex.
Oh, Lex.
Loves it. She got all excited, rang after the trial of Lady McPhee again today.
Did she? She's loving her racing.
She wants me to give Darren Weir a kiss, but that's not happening.
I'll video it if he does.
So anyway,
Then
that's great.
I reckon if Pete gives Darren Weir a kiss, Darren will tell us to pick all our horses up and get out.
I know where that camera will be. Anyway, it's all good. We've got some owners out there that are loving it. And
now, Pete, talking earlier today about some social functions coming up. As you know, the last week of August we got 5 foals due.
Yep.
So we're getting right into the breeding season. We've got all these, we've got some yearlings there that we'll be offering later in the year.
Yeah.
So this year, traditionally we've had our Christmas party around the first week of December, but this year we're going to do something different.
Bit earlier, Darren.
We're going to bring it forward and we're going to have it on a Saturday, November the 18th.
Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. Sandown Cup Day.
What if we got runners?
We'll watch them from home.
Yeah, beautiful.
We won't have any runners. Yeah, I reckon we'll make it a bit of a racing day.
Yeah, you might be trying to go back to back.
No,
that's a good idea, I reckon, bringing it back.
So we're going to have the Christmas end of spring festival party.
Yep.
At Manningtree Park on November 18. So put that in your diaries.
A couple of weeks earlier than normal.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the Saturday, and we're going to have the big screens there, and everyone will be able to have a bet and watch the races, and have a look at the stock on the farm.
Yep.
And I think it'll be, a really, really good day. Typically also we have our end of season party normally around the end of September.
Yeah.
But this year we're going to try and bring it forward to Friday the 17th. No, sorry not. We're going to do it on Saturday the 18th of August.
Yes.
And we're going to look in to see whether we can have it at Caulfield on race day, PB Lawrence Stakes Day.
We may have a horse kicking off.
Yogi.
So
stay tuned for those events. Obviously, we'll send out the detail over the next few days, particularly for the one at August.
Yeah.
Day at Caulfield races, leading into the spring. It might be a bit of fun.
Yep.
Yogi resuming. And then
showcase a few yearlings, horse of the year, owner of the year.
That's it. And then we'll look at that big function on November 18th, Sandown Cup Day at the farm.
Yep. No. I just can't believe we're talking about the end of the year stuff. Hey?
No.
Talk about that. Highlights of the year. We've had a good year.
Yeah, what's your highlight?
Well, Mr. Moneybags as a horse was a highlight in himself. He was terrific, 4 wins. The Waddle Cup was exciting, just missing out with Yogi.
Can't get excited about running second.
No, I know, but it was just one of those, nearly. Him winning the Port Adelaide Cup probably showed
Yogi.
what kind of serious horse he is.
But he's come back well.
Yeah. Highlight. Tiberians wins overseas, they were always good. We didn't know much about that horse this time last year, really.
No.
And built into and the Cup was terrific. It was
great day, wasn't it?
Yeah, so.
And I think for me, like obviously Yogi, Mr. Moneybags, I think Crack the Code.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Winning first up in town as a 2-year-old was really good.
Yep.
Something that we've been trying to do for a year or so.
Yeah.
And I think, the excitement around the 2 Schnitzels, even though they haven't won yet, but I think we know we've got a couple of nice horses.
Excitement, suspense and everything else.
So look forward to this spring. So, and of course, having our first draft go through the Melbourne Premier sale
that was another side of it.
Yeah, the first time. So that was very satisfying for the team, and and the people that invested in those mares and got a good return. So
Yeah.
it was good to see.
Personally, Silver Strata winner of 3. I'll take that any day of the week. And the Guthrie family too had their first winner, which
Wow, that was a great photo. One with safety dance in the office on every computer you could see for 100 yards. And doing the little star jumps in the winner's enclosure.
Yeah,
that should be a promo on racing.com.
They're all things that certainly excite us when we see owners.
Owners enjoying it, because as I say, Pete, they don't need to buy racehorses. They can buy caravans, go on holidays. They don't need to have horses. It's an expensive business.
That's right.
And if they don't enjoy it, they won't be in it.
They've stayed loyal, a lot of ours, so when they get a winner, we enjoy it as much as them.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, well, I've got to go and put On the Radar on the truck. He's going for a spell after his trial today.
Yeah, it's just a combination of him not liking the wet tracks, and he just needs to mature a bit more.
Yeah, he's only a young horse, only a 2-year-old, isn't he?
His sister was...
Didn't come good till she was 4.
Yeah. Yep.
And then tune into racing.com after the last.
Yeah, I'm going to be listening. I might go and watch it, actually.
I'm not looking forward to the feedback on Twitter, Pete.
They might have an old photo of you out there.
He said to me, have you got a photo you'd like to use? I said, I don't really mind what you put up. I don't even care if it's not me.
Yeah. No, all good. Give them little jocks at barrel.
No.
Hey?
I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. I actually think all participants in the industry of, doing it tough.
I just think you say they're all underpaid.
Well, I think... Do you look like you're underpaid?
No, not underfed. I don't know about underpaid.
No, I think this game's a tough game, and it's long hours, and it's hard on relationships, and it's very demanding, and I think everyone deserves everything they get and probably a bit more, but it's just a question of how big the pie is and what's sustainable.
That's the question, and I think while it's been brought up, it might be an opportune time for it to be
looked across the board.
Yep.
Because we've got 7 days a week racing. Well, I mean, you and I know, 7 day a week racing.
Yeah.
Got to travel to all parts of the state.
Yeah.
And you got night racing thrown on top of that.
Yeah.
So, it's very demanding, especially when you've got a family.
If anything.
Not just for trainers and jockeys, but also, the strappers, got to get in the truck and go with the horse and getting back, nothing Friday night at Pakenham or Cranbourne. They get back to Ballarat at midnight.
It's a little bit less relentless during the winter because obviously we're not going to have too many night meetings, but it does really crank up once spring comes.
This industry's changed a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a great industry and it's a good industry to be involved in, but it's very demanding.
It is, yeah, for everyone.
There's 2 days off a year in there.
Yeah, Good Friday and Christmas.
Yeah, so
who knows when that'll change.
Maybe that needs to be revisited.
WA race on Good Friday, so
yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's a wrap for ATB-TV this week. I'm glad to be back. It's Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti.